There's always the question of could it happen here, especially since Austin sits right on top of the biggest fault line in Texas. KXAN's Jared Wise takes us with the experts above and underground to try and answer that question.
I think there's the Colorado one and there's the Virginia one.
A seismograph reading from a Houston research center picks up both of those earthquakes on Tuesday.
Both of them, though, are very unusual for being in the interior of North America. To happen on the same day makes them doubly unusual.
Mark Kloos is a geological science professor with the University of Texas. He has studied the fault lines here in Austin for decades. Kloos says an earthquake in Austin would be even more unusual.
And so most people who've studied the Balcones fault zone that extends all the way from San Antonio up to Waco think it was active about 20 million years ago. There's no sign of activity on it now.
As you can see from this map, several smaller fault lines split out from the main one, tracking all throughout the city. And you can actually see them.
And the best places to find the exposures of that are along creek beds.
The day before classes began at UT, Professor Kloos took many of the graduate students to nearby Waller Creek to show them how common they really are.
Here's one of the minor faults along the Balcones fault zone right here.
Now the Balcones fault line runs pretty much along the same path as Balcones Drive here just west of Mopac. Now it's kind of hard to tell from here, so in order to get a good perspective, we go about 30 minutes south to San Marcos.
The cave itself was formed by the earthquake.
This underground cavern is now an attraction, a part of Wonder World Park in San Marcos. You can actually see the cracks of the Balcones fault line underground. The cave opened up millions of years ago during an earthquake.
For the most part, most people, unless they've gone through the cave and taken the tour, really don't know that they have a fault line sitting right back in their backyard.
A fault line that's been inactive for millions of years, but could one day come alive. No one is certain if or when that could happen.
The issue is it possible to have an earthquake in the middle of Texas here? And the answer is yes, it's definitely possible. Is it very likely to have an earthquake in the middle of Texas? No.
In Central Texas, Jared Wise, KXAN News.